time, including our friend Rebel.
Yes, I imagine business is good this year.
So
It has been, yes.
yeah, how about that? So, Rebel, you're here to talk about some of the damage that has been done to homes with all the severe weather we have had. But first, we need to talk about your attire, young man, because you came in here dressed a little differently, I think would be the understatement.
Well, I came wearing a kilt
Okay,
this morning.
move over from behind the desk. Don't
See, I'm jealous because they look
dog on
comfortable.
Alicia's. Now turn around to the camera there so Tom can see you.
Very nice.
That's full blown attire right there.
Oh, this is his dress, yeah.
So is this your family, what do they call it, a tartan, or is that?
Yeah, no, this is actually, the tartan for this is called Scottish Pride.
Okay,
And you can wear other clans' tartans,
okay.
but I picked this out because I like purple.
Yeah. No,
And what is the occasion for wearing one kilt on a Thursday?
Well, to meet you today.
Well, he heard it was swampy outside, so
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
probably really comfortable.
this is a lot cooler once you take off the jacket.
this is kilt weather. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, it
you make a
is.
So
good
is this
point.
the kind of the uniform of your employees?
No, I don't think most of them would wear it.
Don't look up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, don't be checking in
I'll
your
take
rooms
your
that
word
way.
for it that you're in full, or maybe not full. I guess is the right word.
Are we
for it.
really going to go there?
Yeah. Yes or no? Answer the question. Yes or no?
Yes.
This is the only morning program that will go
Yeah,
there.
we'll
go there.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
We'll go there.
All right.
All right, but again, we're here to talk about some of the damage that was done. Of course, everybody familiar with our friend Rebel here from All American Exteriors, and a lot of exteriors got damaged with the wind and the hail, and unfortunately, a lot of people, Jason, with the tornadoes.
Yes. Yeah.
That came into play
Right,
and the
right.
flying debris. Now, what do you want to talk about here this morning?
Well, if we want to stay on the hail theme, I'd like to say that, I'm still seeing hail damage from 2 years ago that's
Really?
presenting itself. And people don't, the thing that's right, it's so important that you have it looked at is because you only have so much time to get it checked on.
Now, we're talking about hail damage
Hail
to your
damage
roof.
to your roof, right. And people,
here's a
if you
question.
see it on the side of the house, you'll notice
Now,
it.
we had torrential rains for the last couple of weeks, and when you were here last time, you mentioned to check your gutters and your downspouts to see if you have any of the aggregate material in the gutters.
Right,
And
right.
I had scoopfuls in the gutters, and it's not an exaggeration.
Seriously?
I mean, I was taking it out in handfuls.
Wow.
Now,
Right,
is
right.
that's obviously a bad sign.
That's a real bad sign.
All right. So will you guys be able to come over and check it out?
Sure,
Because I
absolutely.
lost a piece of, I'm not sure, do you call it flashing or trim on the side where the siding
Oh,
is?
right, fascia.
Along the fascia. The fascia. It
Yeah,
was
we got several of those calls.
was
this,
taken off. I don't even know where it is. And it was a 25-foot piece or 20-foot piece.
Somebody's got it in their backyard going, what is this?
Yeah, because it disappeared. Totally
Right,
disappeared.
right.
Now, will you guys be able to replace just that one section?
Yeah, we can. What we'll do is we'll look and see what manufacturer it is and try and match it up. But if it's not a premium product, there's fading and things with age from the sun.
Right.
And so it won't match perfectly. So, you
may have
can
to do
opt
the
to
whole
have that
section.
whole section. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Now, we did talk, they look about some of the damage here that was done. Where's that from,
Yeah,
you know?
that's actually from Indianola, and that's wind. Wind got underneath
Really?
that siding and just started stripping it. And so it's a lesser quality.
Now, what's going on here?
Okay, that's actually the after picture. There's a before picture that matches that. There you go. Those people, I bid, it's really kind of a funny story. I bid putting those windows in and was shocked when they didn't hire me because I'd done so much work for this farm family. And they actually went with somebody for more money than myself.
Why?
And that's the job that they received. And so they had water coming in the wall, and I went out and looked at it, and I'm like, it's coming from that area. So they needed a new roof. We put a new roof on and we resided, and I told him I'm redoing that metalwork, and he said I don't want to pay to have the metalwork redone.
Because it was wavy, yeah.
And I said I don't want people driving by seeing that thinking that's me. I'll
Right.
redo it at my expense on the front. You can live with the bad stuff on the back.
Okay.
We pulled that metalwork off, and the window on the left, the small one at the top, actually fell out in my guy's arms.
No,
He was on a ladder, and they just had it in there and setting.
Now, would that be from the extreme temperatures we've had and stuff, would that be the house physically kind of expanding?
No, that's a poor quality. That's not even an installation, really, but if you want to call it that.
Okay.
But they paid really good money for that job, and the company is a local company here with a good reputation, been around a long time. But apparently, the crew that they sent out, you know, maybe they were a new crew, or it was really cold, they were lazy, who knows what. But the bottom line is, it happened, and they didn't have checks and balances in their company to make sure that it was taken care of. You know, you've got to have supervisors checking. If you're running subcontractors, you have to have employees on there making sure the quality's done.
Now, speaking of quality, you're talking about the material that's put in. What type of material are you looking for when you're putting in windows like that? What's the brands that you guys would go after?
Well, we have our own brand of window, and so it's actually manufactured for us exclusively by Vistica Window Corporation, which has a stellar reputation. They've won 3 awards for the top of the industry, which is huge because there's over 2,000 manufacturers of windows in the United States alone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, of vinyl windows. Yeah, that's one of the industries. While you see all this, you're getting smaller in the industry because big companies are buying up little companies, and they just keep getting. Window industry, because the mechanics, the technology has allowed the machines to come down smaller and gotten more affordable. And the extrusions is made, there's only 2 manufacturers of extrusions, there's 3 manufacturers of glass, you know, there's like 3 manufacturers of hardware. But if you and I got together and pulled our money together and said we want to take and start a manufacturing facility, it doesn't take a lot of money to do that. And so you're seeing a lot of these startup companies in the last few years because there's a huge market, you know, and the window technology, actually about every 5 years, the window technology for the last 15 years has doubled in efficiency. It's just remarkable what the technology has done for windows. It really is. And so I can actually put a window in that is an R12 insulating value, which is the equivalent of a 2x6 framed wall insulated without windows.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and you've got the benefit of glass without having the loss of energy and the expense of heating and cooling your home.
Now, how much of a payback would that take? How long would that take to pay back if you did?
It depends. It depends on your windows. I mean, if you've got single pane windows, you're going to pay it off 3 to 5 years. If you've already got a thermal pane window, but the gas is gone, so they're clouding up or what have you, then that's going to take maybe 8 to 10 years.
Okay.
You know, because you've got some insulating value there. But then, like that picture just showed there.
If the window falls out, I'm sure.
Yeah,
that's
I mean, you can have the best
I'm not an
window in the
architect, but I can probably figure that part out. But, yeah, but look at this. What's going on here?
What's going on here?
That's a poorly installed window. That house is 8 years. That is in West Des Moines. The house was only 8 years old, and I pulled the window out, and the plywood was rotted so bad I just took my finger and stuck through the plywood.
Right.
That is from an improperly flashed window. And so it really is important. You know, in new construction, you look at how fast they build houses today.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking how fast these apartments are going across the road, and it's like they're going to be done in less than a year, and that's in a way is impressive. But on the other hand, it's like, okay,
there's so many things that make it easier and increase or decrease the amount of time it takes. But what you have to watch is the emphasis is so often it should be on the quality, but it's not. It's on quantity. You know, and so when the penny pinchers is driving, instead of somebody that's compassionate about what they do and they're there because they're proud of their craft, you know, you get a different end result. And we see that type of stuff all the time where and I've got just tons and tons of pictures, and it's disheartening because people don't realize it, and they call you because an electric outlet under the window quits working, or, you know, every time it rains we smell mildew, you know, and you go out there and it's improper flashings or the lack of flashings, and so, you know, it's not uncommon. We go out and do a roof and we go, wow, there's no step flashing. No wonder you've got staining on the ceiling there at the stairs. You know, it's just kind of it's something that happens when you have somebody on the job that's either cutting corners, don't care, or doesn't know.
Okay, now with all the high winds that we had, look at this job here with the seams and the siding here. Obviously, that's a recipe for disaster when the winds start kicking up.
Yeah, it really is. And I put that picture in there, and what it's indicative of is a lot of companies will put seams. They use up their scrap on the back of the house.
Okay.
And so they side your house, and then they get around between the garage and the back, or where there's a shed or whatever, and they use up that scrap. you know, and you shouldn't do that. What you do is you use your head. You start with your largest areas, and then when you get to the smaller areas, you use up the offall of those pieces.
Sure.
And if you actually think about it, look at a house and create a plan of attack, you know, then you won't have that. And that's why when we go out, we don't have salesmen. The people that go out to give estimates to homeowners are actually carpenters. And so there's 3 of us. And when we go out, we actually look at it. We take pictures all the way around. We create that cut pattern. We create, if there's any issues where we see that there's going to be rotten plywood or whatever, we print those out, 6-8 pictures per page, and create a pre-construction report. We sit down with our men that's doing the job and we say, here's the areas, here's how we want to do it. And then we have supervisors on site and also that stop by, and we'll actually pull siding. You know, every one of my guys, I have there's 3 of us, like I said, and we'll be driving down the road and stop at a job site, and we all have siding removal tools. And they know we do it because we do every time. We pop siding and make sure the nails are placed right so you don't end up with oil canning and stuff. And what that does is it takes somebody that has good integrity and has good work ethics, but it makes them give you your A game because they know there's accountability built in.
Okay, now if people have more questions for you, you're full of information, and this is how they can get a hold of you, correct, on your website?
That is correct.
You're very patriotic on your website. I love it.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
And so again, just call Rebel. He has the answers. And again, if you have any kind of questions at all, especially with the weather we've had in the past month and a half or so, it's better to call him and have him come out and check it out and just be safe.
Because you only
Yes.
have so much time if you do have damage for things to get covered.
Just Monday of this week, I went out and I looked at a roof and I said, buddy, this is from a hailstorm from 2 years ago. I told him the cat date, that it came from. We'd done houses in that area, and now, you know, it's too late. He can't claim it on his insurance company. So he's going to call on Adjuster and have him come out, and maybe he'll get taken care of. But that'll be between him and his agent.
Right.
All right, well, stick around. You have some work over in Lutuna to do here.